Okay, hey everybody, I wanted to talk quickly about Jupiter and Leo again. And you guys know that I deal with a lot of matters of the heart with the type of astrology that I do, but I also wanted to talk about it on a metaphysical level, on a health level. So I also do medical astrology, and in medical astrology, Leo is associated with the heart. And that is physical and emotional. Why? Because your heart emits an electromagnetic frequency. It has its own aura around it. This is proven. This is not something like I'm just pulling out of my ass. So your heart emits a frequency. The things that you believe emotionally is what you attract. So if you don't heal your emotional issues during this Jupiter and Leo transit between this July and next July, it can bring up some health issues for you. Why? Because Jupiter expands. Jupiter makes things bigger. So even though Jupiter is associated with luck, Jupiter can also bring up things that are not good for you, like things that are not being addressed. And we're going to have the South Node in Leo, which is a transit that basically brings up things that haven't been addressed. So if there are things that you have not addressed that have a Leo theme, things associated with your children, things associated with how you have fun, things associated with gambling, things associated with your entrepreneurial business ventures and your pleasure and your joy, if those things are not addressed while Jupiter is in Leo, they can cause a lot of problems for you. Now, heart disease is the #1 killer of women in the United States. So with that being said, not addressing things with your heart, especially if you have emotional pain, which is what the heart is associated with, it can cause you to have heart issues. Emotional pain is the metaphysical root of heart issues. So from a metaphysical level, on a spiritual level, what causes heart issues? Heartbreak that hasn't been processed, grief that hasn't been processed, overgiving, like I said, heartbreak, emotional pain, things all in that arena can cause heart problems if they don't get addressed. And that may be somatic healing, it may be therapy, it may be you going to actually see a medical doctor in some cases, but you're not going to get through it on a physical if you don't deal with it from the emotional aspect. So at the end of this video, I'm going to give you 5 tips for Jupiter and Leo to do that, but I'm also going to talk about something really quickly. So the beliefs that you hold around relationships and around how you interact with other people, because it's not just romantic relationships, right? Your romantic relationships often mirror your relationships with other people, because how you relate to people is a lot of it is associated with associated with what you believe. So if you believe people are always mean to me, people are going to be mean to you. If you think that you're always overlooked, you're going to continue to always be overlooked. So the remedy for this is to create new self-talk about how you interact with other people. So saying something like, I'm always treated like royalty, right? Or I am always supported, right? It's the same energy as saying, I always get let down. It's a choice to say the positive versus the negative. And if you've been saying the negative and you continue to say the negative, what you have been doing is feeding an energy. You've been feeding a thought. And so that thought has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger and more cemented in your mind. You have to start making the positive statements in order for the positive statements to become your baseline, to become your norm. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys the 5 things you need to do while Jupiter is in Leo to get your heart and mind together to work for you and not against you. So first is release relationships that require you to abandon yourself. 2, grieve what you never let yourself grieve. 3, stop giving from an empty place. Only pour from a full cup. 4, get your heart checked. And this can be your regular checkup. If you know something's wrong with your heart, you can go get a checkup that's more specific to your actual cardiovascular health. And lastly, number 5, rest like your life depends on it. if you need some assistance with this, if you need some spiritual practices with this, if you need some astrological support with this, I do offer a service called Love RX, and it is the prescription for knowing how to heal your emotional patterns. So if you're a person that feels like you always seem to run into the same person, there is a signature in your chart that is causing you to be attracted to those certain types of people so that you can heal the wounds that they bring up. Those wounds keep coming up so that you can heal them. So if you need support with that, my Love RX offer is exactly for that. And so I will definitely put the link below, or you can send me a DM, send me a message or an email. So thank you guys for checking me out and spending time with me today, and I hope that this helps you.